Caden Irish, birth and the first 2 years of life. How it all began, July 3rd, 1992. I was 35 weeks along and already going into labor for my son. When I got to the hospital, I was examined and told I was already 5 centimeters along. My water hadn't broke, so the doctor came in, broke my water, and told me that he was going to be administering me oxytocin. Oxytocin is a type of hormone that will help strengthen labor contractions. Because of me being in preterm labor, I felt that it wasn't the right thing to do because I did know that oxytocin is harmful to babies and it puts them at a high risk of oxygen deprivation because of the contractions restricting the blood flow. And because of him being preterm, I do know that they're highly vulnerable to infection. And because their lungs are not fully developed, they will have problems taking in oxygen. I felt so pressured on what I was supposed to do, but I went with the doctor's orders and decided to receive the oxytocin. My first reaction was pure excitement. I was so excited I just gave birth to my firstborn son. But at the same time, I was a little disappointed. Because of him only being 35 weeks and he was considered premature, he was taken up to the NICU where he was monitored for 6 hours for his oxygen and heart rate. The reason for me being so nervous was I was never able to hold him right away. I was never able to do the skin-on-skin touch with the baby, also known as the kangaroo care. As well, I wasn't able to breastfeed him right away. Another problem that we ended up running into is finding out that my son was jaundice. Jaundice is when the baby has too much bilirubin in the blood. Bilirubin comes from the normal breakdown of red blood cells, and the liver is the one that removes the bilirubin from the blood and passes it through the bowel. While he was in the NICU, he was able to get phototherapy, which helps break down the bilirubin so that they can pass it through the bowel. By the time my child is at 6 months of age, he's already sitting without support. When he's at 8 months, he's already crawling. And without any support, he has mastered walking at 12 months. At the age of 2, my child is 4 times his birth weight. Also, he's learning how to feed himself, along with matching shapes, figuring out how to solve problems, learning how to share with others, and interact with other children his age. He's really mastering how to remember basic skills in life. As I stated before, Caden was treated for jaundice when he was in the hospital. When we got released, they had checked his levels just before we left, and he was very good, healthy boy. When we had gotten home, I had realized he started to get a little bit more yellow again. His face was yellow and his eyes were yellow. I called the doctor. She had us come in and get blood work, and his bilirubin levels were back up. He then again had to receive phototherapy, but after 2 days, his bilirubin levels were back down. He is now a healthy 2-year-old boy.